I've been busy.
And you've been a complete idiot. Dragging in Clint, rescuing Wanda from a place she doesn't even want to leave, a safe place. I'm trying to keep you from tearing the Avengers apart.
You did that when you said it.
Due to the catastrophe caused by the war in Sokovia, too many innocent civilians were killed or injured.
For the past 4 years, you've operated with unlimited power and no supervision. That's an arrangement the governments of the world can no longer tolerate.
Eventually, they undecited to introduce the Sokovia Accord, which was intended to require us to be under unsupervision. Due to the lessons learned from Stat ISL, the infiltration by HYDRA prior to this experience has made me fundamentally skeptical of the reliability of government regulation.
The Avengers were formed to make the world a safer place. I feel we've done that.
Tell me, Captain, do you know where Thor and Banner are right now? If I misplaced a couple of 30 megaton nukes, you can bet there'd be consequences.
I thought they'd all take the same position as me.
And if we come to a decision you don't like?
Then you retire.
I didn't realize that Tony's thoughts were very different from mine.
We need to be put in check. Whatever form that takes, I'm game. If we can't accept limitations, we're boundaryless. We're no better than the boundaryless.
I tried to persuade Tony as much as I could, because once we signed the agreement, it was like giving up the right of choice.
What if this panel sends us somewhere we don't think we should? What if there's somewhere we need to go and they don't let us? We may not be perfect, but the safest hands are still our own.
We all have our reasons for standing our ground. Just then, a message completely pulled me into the abyss. I had to go. Peggy's departure was not only an emotional and spiritual shock for me, but a goodbye to the old days.
When I came out of the ice, I thought everyone I had known was gone. I found out she was alive. It's just lucky to have her.
She had you back too.
Tasha told me she'd signed a deal with Tony, brought in the vision.
There's plenty of room on the chat.
Peggy's departure reinforces what I've been thinking. I'd rather suffer the cost of division, and I don't want to see the Avengers reduced to a tool of power.
Sorry, man. I can't sign it.
My fears were reinforced when I learned of the explosion at the UN building on the day.
Everybody get down!
They signed the Sokovia Agreement.
Officials have released a video of a suspect who they have identified as James Buchanan Barnes, the Winter Soldier.
I'm well aware of Bucky's history of being brainwashed and controlled by HYDRA, and I understand the goodness of his nature.
I'm with you to the end of the line, pal.
I have to get to Bucky before they do. Because once Bucky gets caught by them, he may not even have the last chance to clear his name.
I wasn't in Vietnam. I don't do that anymore.
They're entering the building. Well, the people who think you did are coming here now.
In the end, I chose to believe what Bucky was saying, and became more certain that there was a larger conspiracy at work.
Fuck, stop! I'm gonna kill someone!
I'm not gonna kill anyone.
I've always blamed myself for Bucky being controlled by HYDRA. If I had caught him on the train, maybe nothing would have happened today. When I came out after him, I saw that Bucky was already fighting a guy in a black battle suit.
Sam, southwest rooftop.
Who the hell's the other guy?
About to find out.
I helped Bucky retreat, not only out of personal feelings, but as a repudiation of the Sokovia Accords. If I'm forced to drop the investigation because of protocol interference, then Bucky will never be able to clear his name. I knew that if I ran away again, there would be unnecessary casualties. I'll have to give up and try to find another way out. He later learned that King T'Chaka, who died in the UN bombing, was his father, and I realized why he wanted to kill Bucky so badly. At the same time, it strengthens my resolve to investigate this matter. As accomplices in helping Bucky, they seized my shield.
Not getting that shield back, am I?
Technically, it's the government's problem. Means too.
Warmer than jail.
Then Tony came back to me and tried to persuade me to sign the deal.
I need you, Ken. So far, nothing's happened that can't be undone if you sign. We can make the last 24 hours legit. Barnes gets transferred to an American psych center instead of a Wakanda prison.
Listening to the way Oni handled it, I would have thought that I was way off base about the agreement. Maybe signing the deal isn't such a bad thing.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but There would have to be safeguards.
Sure. I'd file a motion to have you and Wanda reinstated.
Wanda, what about Wanda?
She's fine. She's confined to the compound currently. Vision's keeping her company.
Oh, God, Tony, every time I think
Well,
you
it's
see
100
things the right
acres
way.
with a lap pool. It's got a screening room. There's worse ways to protect people.
Protection. Is that how you see this? This is protection? It's internment.
She's
Tony.
not a U.S. citizen, and they
Oh,
don't
come
grant
on,
visas to
Tony.
weapons of mass
She's
destruction.
a kid.
Give me a break!
In my opinion, Tony's approach is tantamount to treating Wanda as a dangerous weapon, rather than a comrade in arms. This imprisonment in the name of protection also completely eliminated the idea of my signing the agreement. Just as Bucky was making his mental assessment, the whole building suddenly lost power. It gave me a vague twinge of unease.
Sub-level 5 East Wing.
But when I got there, it was too late. Once again, Bucky was out of control. And I tried to stop it as much as I could. Because if I let him get away this time, I'll never be able to help him again. And I will never let that happen. I fell into the river at the same time as he did. But luckily this time I wasn't the one in a coma. To prevent him from losing control again when he woke up, I took control of his arm beforehand.
Steve,
Which Bucky am I talking to?
your mom's name is Sarah. He used to wear newspapers. You shit.
Until this moment my heart was hanging in the air.
Who was he?
I don't know.
People are dead. The bombing, the setup, the doctor did all that just to get 10 minutes with you. I need you to do better than I know now.
Bucky told me that the doctor asked him about everything that happened in Siberia and where it was. It turns out that Bucky wasn't the only one who was once controlled by HYDRA to become a super soldier.
The doctor, did he control them?
Enough.
Hypothesized that he's trying to regain control of the super soldiers for his other purposes.
This would have been a lot easier a week ago. If we call Tony, but he won't believe us. Even if he did, who knows if the Accords will let him help? We're on our own. Maybe not. I know we're gonna.
But Tony's character is gonna come and stop everything I'm doing.
This crazy car parked outside.
Oh, Mr. Parker.
So I asked Clint to improve the chances of this plan by getting him to free water. I also managed to get my shield and Sam's evil wings back after that through Sharon's help.
Thank you, Sharon.
And through Sam's connection also joined a man named Scott.
Captain America.
Mr. Lang?
Just when we were all ready to go, it was time.
Wow, it's so weird how you run into people at the airport. Don't you guys weird?
Definitely weird.
I told Tony that the doctor was behind all this. They wouldn't listen, but I couldn't make concessions. Once that doctor awakens those 5 super soldiers, it will be an unpredictable disaster.
Can't let the doctor find him first, Tony. I can't.
Steve, you know what's about to happen. Do you really want to punch your way out of this one?
All right. I ran out of patience. On to roost!
On seeing this new face, I realized that Tony had done everything he could to stop me as well.
You've been busy.
And you've been a complete idiot. Dragging in Clint, rescuing Wanda from a place she doesn't even want to leave, a safe place. I'm trying to keep you from tearing the Avengers apart.
You did that when you signed.
At this moment, I had realized that this fight was inevitable, and could only hope to hold them back.
Move, Captain. I won't ask a second time.
This fight was not just a confrontation. It was a defense of my right to choose. Even if the opponent is a teammate who used to play side by side, I have to prove that. A true hero should listen to his heart's conscience, not to the mobilization of power. Just as they won't release me to stop the Doctor's plot, because the truth isn't in their playbook.
They're not stopping.
Neither are we.
Looking at the new face, in him I saw the courage and fearlessness of a young Avengers.
You got hard, kid. Where you from?
Queens.
Brooklyn.
I knew that if we delayed any longer, everything we'd done would be for nothing. And we had to get there before the Doctor got there.
I got something kind of big, but I can't hold it very long. On my signal, run like hell.
I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss.
I'm the boss!
Holy shit!
I guess that's the signal.
With everyone stalling, Bucky and Dunn managed to escape in the airplane. When we got there, they let him get the jump on us.
He can't have been here more than a few hours. Long enough to wake him up.
While we were looking for him, an old acquaintance who shouldn't have been here followed us.
You ready? Yeah.
Turns out Tony found out through his research that the fake doctor's name was Zemo. Having been part of Sokovia's secret assassination unit, and having learned that all of this conspiracy was orchestrated by him.
It's good to see you, Tony. You too, Joe.
When we came in, we found all those so-called super soldiers shot in the dormitory. It also makes me even more puzzled about Zemo's ultimate intentions.
You killed innocent people in Vienna just to bring us here.
I'm here because I made a promise.
You lost someone.
I lost everyone. And so will you.
It wasn't until he showed a video from 1991 that I realized he wanted to completely dismantle the Avengers from within.
I know that road. What is this?
His purpose was to get Tony to witness the truth of the brutal images of his parents' deaths, and thus fueling his unquenchable rage and desire for vengeance.
Did you know? I didn't know it was him. Shit! I just did you know? Yes.
I thought hiding the truth was a way to protect him. Tony was traumatized after the New York disaster. Worried that once he learns the truth, it will instead intensify his pain and even trigger an uncontrollable urge for vengeance. It seems to me that Bucky was under Hydra's brainwashing control at the time, and that's why he made the mistake, not because he really wanted to.
Do you even remember them? I don't remember all of them.
I tried to talk Tony out of being blinded by hate.
This isn't gonna change what happened. I don't care. You killed my mom.
I can't accept losing the last of Bucky's family. It also reveals what the harm Tony has done.
Stay down. Final warning.
The battle wasn't really won at all. We all paid an irreparable price.
That shield doesn't belong to you. You don't deserve it. My father made that shield.
Though I managed to escape with Bucky, it also shattered the trusting friendship between Tony and me. Knowing the hurt I had caused Tony, I wrote him a letter shortly thereafter. In the letter, I apologized for hiding the truth about his parents. I don't expect to be forgiven by Tony, but I do expect Tony to understand why I did what I did.
I know you're doing what you believe in. It's all any of us can do. It's all any of us should. So no matter what, I promise you, if you need us, if you need me, I'll be there.